That makes me so happy.
Sorry.
I am simple. I have simple tastes. Welcome back to Sister Sharp and Sister. My name is Karen. I'm joined by Delina.
Hi.
Wave.
Hi.
Shalon. Wave. Today we're talking about our kitchen.
I'm
Things
in
that
my
we need to be
kitchen.
doing. Yeah, I see that. We're talking about how to stop wasting food, best ways to store it, different apps and sites that you can go to for tips and tricks for using what you already have in your kitchen.
Well, okay. I am give me just a second here. Okay, what I'm dealing with is how you can keep from overcooking. And I don't mean like overcooking your potatoes. I mean cooking too much food all at once, where you don't have as many leftovers
Right? I
as
remember
usual.
Mama used to call it that she had fixed enough pinto beans for Cox's army.
Yes. And although that can be good because you can use them for lunch the next day, which is fine. And if you have leftovers, you can absolutely do that. Use them for lunch the next day. Um, if you have leftovers, eat them first. Don't let them wait. All right. And you can even use some leftovers, even if it was your quote unquote main dish, as a side dish. Or you
Oh
can
yeah.
put it with, like, if you have, let's say that you had steak for supper and you've got a little bit of steak left over, serve it for breakfast with your eggs. Have eggs and steak.
Well yeah.
Right.
They
So
serve
that way
eggs
you're
and
not,
steak at like Cracker Barrel and
right.
Bob Evans and places like that.
Right. Yeah. But I'm going to say that probably the very first thing that we need to do if we're going to make this happen for ourselves is you have to mentally choose to do it.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah,
Because if you're not going to mentally say I'm doing this and stick to it, it is not going to work for you. And you're going to
That's
need to know
true.
that it's a lifestyle change if you're not already doing all of these things. So it's going to be hard. And if you've got a family, it may be hard on them. So you're going to need to take this all into account and be ready for it and be ready for the frustrations and know that you're going to fall off the wagon, but you can pull yourself right back on. So be aware of all of this before you even start trying to do anything.
Yeah.
Um,
You
I
also
have
got to
a
read your packages too to know exactly what a
mhm,
serving size is.
true, and that's my next thing I have on my list here is that you need to
Oh,
learn
sorry.
what a serving size is. Like, what
Sorry,
is a
I didn't mean to steal your thunder.
no? It's okay. I mean, because what is the serving size of mashed potatoes or corn or green beans? Because this can help you know how much you need to buy of whatever it is that you're doing. Let's say that you want to get some fresh broccoli and do steamed broccoli with cheese. How much is a serving of steamed broccoli with cheese? So how many heads of broccoli do you need to buy?
Yeah.
Because I promise you, you don't want broccoli spoiling in your fridge.
Ew. No.
Not only
Ew.
is it wasteful, it's
it
awful.
stinks.
It's comparable to eggs. So you don't want that happening. So in some way, work it out for yourself to where you can have like a reference point to go to know what a serving size of corn is or broccoli or whatever, steak, fish, whatever. That will help you. And it's also possibly if you're looking at maybe losing weight in the new year, that can help you get a handle on that.
Okay, well, I was
Okay.
just getting ready to say that a serving size can be different depending on the number of calories that you're eating in a day.
Yes. Yes, because let's say that you're a mom and you've got two boys who are in high school and they're both athletes. They're probably going to be needing more than one serving of mashed potatoes in a meal.
Yeah, the
Okay.
standard serving size that you would
Yes.
see on like, I don't know, the FDA website.
Right. So what is it, like half a cup? I mean, if your boys or girls are athletes, they're probably going to need more than your standard serving size of food because they're
Yeah.
probably going to be able to take in 3 or 4 thousand calories a day and not gain weight.
Yeah.
So you
Well,
need
when
to
Arnie was
accommodate.
working with, I'm sorry, when
No.
Arnie was working with the youth group, several of his boys that were in the youth group up at church played football.
Hmm.
And I know one guy was eating 4,500 calories a day
Hmm.
just
Hmm.
to maintain his muscle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So you
Yeah.
do need to
Maybe.
you need to consider that.
Yeah, but I don't think that changing the serving size is what's happening. You're just having more than one serving.
Well, that yeah, That's what I
True.
was going to say. Because if you know how much a serving size is, it will still let you calculate how many potatoes you need for a certain meal.
Yeah.
So that your teenager who plays football will have enough potatoes for supper, so he's not going to be hungry.
Yeah.
So it's going to allow you to do this. You're gonna know, and you're going to know more about what you and your family are putting in your bodies, and that's important
Mm-hmm.
to know. Something that I like to do is when I get my perishable foods home, divide them up into serving sizes for whatever they are. That way, when you store them in your fridge or in your freezer, you can only pull out what you need to fix for a certain meal. And
Right.
instead of having like a thing of pork chops from the store and you freeze the whole thing and it's got 4 chops in it, when you thaw them, you're gonna have to fix those 4 chops, if not all in that one night, with at least within a few days. So if you put them in their individual servings, like 1 pork chop per package, and you freeze them, and you're like, oh, geez, it's going to be me for supper tonight, you can only pull out one. So that will help you control your serving sizes that way. And you
You
can do
guys
the
keep
same
talking.
for,
I need to step away for a second. I can't
okay,
find my phone.
okay. And, oh, I forgot where I was going to go with it. Okay, your serving sizes. So it helps you keep control of your serving sizes, so you're not going to be wasteful. So you're not going to be thawing out 4 pork chops when you only need 1 or 2. Um,
Yeah.
and you can
I
also do this,
definitely do that with meat.
yeah, for sure. And if
Hmm.
you if you feel you've got the energy and the time, you can do it with like your fruits, like grapes. You can get them ready and put them in the single serving size little snack pack things you can get. Put them in there and put them in the fridge. Not only are they easier to get to, and it's a healthier snack than chips, you're only going to be pulling out a serving, and you're going to know how much you have, how much you need to replace what you've already used. It's going to help you organize and keep track of what you have in your fridge.
Yeah. I actually do that for the girls for the snacks that we buy in bulk. Like when I
Mm-hmm.
go to Sam's and I get a big old thing of animal crackers,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I will divvy them out into snack bags just so
Yeah.
it's like they know that that's a
Yeah.
serving. That's a serving.
Right. And it also helps you keep track of how much you have left.
Yeah. And plus too,
So,
I think it lasts longer like that because then it's not an overeating on that one sitting or the
right.
next sitting and the next sitting. So
Right.
it does
Yeah.
last longer.
Right. Yeah. And if you happen to be buying too much of a snack and your family's not eating all of it, it can let you know that to where you can buy a smaller size next time. It's going to help you save money, help you not waste
Mhm.
that food. So organizing is important. Make make a menu.
That's my
Okay.
biggest thing.
Yeah. Make a menu. I've done it before. I haven't done it in a while, but I've done it before and it is very helpful because what you do is you make the way I did it was is I came up with a bunch of meals, like a month's worth of meals. Okay. And then I would say, okay, for this week, I'm going to have these meals because I'd keep them on like index cards and I'd pull them out. Right. And I would have those for my week and then I would shop based on what I had on there. So I wasn't buying things I wasn't going to use. So they weren't going to sit in the fridge and go bad.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, when you do your menus and your meals, you're going to have to think: are you cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Or what days you're doing it. It's going to take some time to get it organized and to make it happen. But if you put your mind to it and you make the decision to do this, you're going to like it once you actually get in the habit of doing it, and you're going to love the money that you save and the amount of food that does not go to waste. Making a
Mm-hmm.
menu and making meals for that menu is a definite win.
Yeah.
Okay.
And shop the
Now,
sales.
yes, shop the sales. Yep, saves money for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Go to Aldi
Aldi. Yeah, I like
for
Aldi.
some things, not all of them, but
Yeah,
some.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gone to Aldi's and bought fresh produce before, and I had no complaints about it.
Yeah.
Their produce.
Hmm. Yep,
Yeah.
I
It's
had no
usually
complaints
good.
about it at all. Hmm. Okay, I talked about making a menu. And whenever you do any of this stuff we're talking about today, you're gonna need to forgive yourself for falling off the wagon, but you're also gonna have to be flexible. Okay, and realize that you're going to mess up on some days, and that's okay. Um, and you're going to have to be flexible, knowing that, oh my gosh, I don't want to do mashed potatoes today because I don't want to take the time to mash them. That's okay. You can change out that side dish and do a baked potato instead. It's okay to do that. Be flexible with them because it's not the 10 Commandments in stone and concrete. You can change them out.
Yeah.
Okay.
A potato is still a potato, no matter the form.
Yes, exactly. So it's okay to do that. Um, think ahead because if you're making something and you know you always make too much of it, and even if you've implemented all of these things that we're talking about and you're still making too much chili all at one time, think ahead on it. You know you're going to be making too much chili. So maybe the next day your supper is going to be maybe loaded baked potatoes with the chili on top of them. Or maybe for lunch the next day,
Okay.
right? So,
We
Mm-hmm.
and
do
you could even
Cincinnati chili and put your chili over top of spaghetti noodles.
Yeah. Yeah.
yes,
Or put
there's
it
any
on
number, yeah,
a salad.
yes.
Yeah.
There's any number of different things you can do with leftover chili. So think ahead. And if you're preparing your menu and you have your meals and you've got chili and you know I always have too much chili, then look at maybe the next day or two using that leftover chili and put it in as part of your menu. So think ahead.
Think ahead too to like, you know what? I don't want chili for the rest of the week. I'm going to freeze these servings.
You could do that.
Yes.
Yep, you can freeze them.
Yeah.
Chili freeze is good. So if you
Mm-hmm.
freeze it and thaw it later to eat, there's nothing wrong with it at all.
Yeah. I
Nothing
want
at
to try to
all.
find some of those containers. Have you seen them? I've seen them all over like Instagram and TikTok, but
Hmm.
they freeze in like a square, and the square's like maybe
You.
this
Yeah.
thick and
Hmm.
Yeah.
this tall, and then you can make your
Hmm.
meal. And all you have to do
Hmm.
is defrost it or stick it in a microwave or something. I want to find
Hmm.
some of those containers
Yeah.
because yesterday, Shalon and I got together over what was it, Instagram,
Facebook.
something.
Facebook.
Anyway, we meal prepped together,
Uh-huh.
and I put together what was it? What did I fix? Stuffed peppers,
Salad. Stuffed
salad,
peppers. Meatloaf.
and meatloaf. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
And we
Yeah.
had one of the meatloaves today. All I had to
Hmm.
do was just take it out and stick it in the oven and bake it.
Yeah. And that's one of the things I have on here too is meal prepping. If you prep
Yeah.
your meals in advance, either a day ahead or 3 days ahead or whatever's going to work for you, if you have it ready, it's going to make it not only faster for you, but you're going to be able to measure out what you need and not be wasting anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't have to do the whole meal. You could just
Hmm.
get everything ready to throw together.
Yes.
Because a lot of your time cooking is usually the prep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Slicing everything and then putting it all
Hmm.
together. And
Hmm. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. Because something else that you
Absolutely.
could do, and I know Shalon and I have done it before, and Dee Dee, you probably have too, is that you will take a protein and basically fix just a basic fixings on it, maybe salt, pepper, garlic,
Hmm.
and onion powder, right? And then you can
Hmm.
use that in a variety of dishes throughout the week
mhm.
Yep. Yep.
And then
Yep. That was
season it differently depending on what you're having.
on what you're
yes.
having. Yeah.
Yeah. That was one of my points is that you can cook once but eat from that several times.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. I think
Yeah.
I
So like
love doing that.
yeah, like
Uh-huh.
Karen just said, you fix your meat and you're going to have meat ready for 3 meals during the week. Or you can do, like we said, the chili. Do the chili, fix a bunch of it and have it frozen. And you can have it for lunches or, I mean, if you want chili for breakfast, you can have chili for breakfast. Nobody says you cannot have chili for breakfast.
That's right.
So if you want chili for breakfast, eat your chili for breakfast, right? And you can have it for lunch or supper or even as a side dish. You can probably even, I would think, right now, just coming to the top of my head, is maybe add some cheese to it and make a dip out of it for chips.
Oh,
Oh
sounds
yeah.
good.
Yeah. So that'd be a snack, So you need to think of snacks too. So that would help you with that. It would let you use it instead of letting it go to waste.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
mhm.
But it drives me a little bit crazy when people are like, "Ew, you eat that for breakfast."
Oh, I
I'm
know.
like, really? You're gonna get mad at me for eating chicken and sweet potatoes for breakfast, but you're gonna go have a fried chicken biscuit from Chick-fil-A
Right.
and with the
Yeah.
tater tots on the side?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the American breakfast of bacon and eggs. Well, we've talked about this before. That all started because of a big advertising campaign to sell more bacon and stuff. And a lot of other nations around the world don't have anything to do with eggs and bacon for breakfast. So if you want to have chili for breakfast, have chili for breakfast. Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Um, when you make your meals and your menus, make sure you pick favorite ones that you know you're going to eat and your family's going to eat. You know, be smart.
Yeah.
You know,
Something that I had to learn the hard way was that I would find this dish somewhere, maybe in a recipe book or something I saw online, and I'm like, "Oh, that sounds so good. I want to fix it." So I go buy the ingredients in order to fix
Mhm.
it, and then I use it that one time.
mhm.
And that ingredient either sits in my cabinet or my refrigerator until it gets tossed.
Yes.
That's a
So
waste of money.
that is a
Yeah.
waste of money. Yeah. So if you find something you want to fix and you've got an herb in it you don't have, and they've only sell it like this at the store, maybe ask a neighbor or a relative if they have that, and ask if you can borrow whatever it needs. Or if you can, find an organic place or go to a farmer's market. They may have it, whatever you need fresh, and you may be able to buy just a teeny tiny amount that you need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I always hated that with recipes that I would try.
Yeah.
And that like having to buy all these new things to do this one recipe.
hmm
Yeah.
And
I got to the
I'm
point
always
where I
like,
would either
why did I do that?
right,
Yeah.
yeah. I got to the point where I either sub it out or I just don't even put it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to where I looked at it and I'm like, I'm not buying that. So I just wouldn't make it.
That's
And
funny.
that's about all I got. I mean, it was hard for me to find stuff online, so I kind of just pulled mainly from my own head
Right. I
of
mean,
things
Right.
that I've,
it's an experience episode, right? These are
Experience.
things that
yeah,
we have done
Hmm.
and
yeah,
stuff that we've come across, and this is what works for us.
yeah,
Yeah.
And in my opinion, it can work for everybody.
yes. The hardest thing is going to be making the change because it's going to be a lifestyle change for you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Lifestyle changes are hard for everybody, and I'm sorry, but most people fail at it.
Yep.
So you need to be the one that does not fail and keep doing it.
I, you had asked me to look at like apps and stuff. I am not an app person. And I actually talked to some ladies that I go to church with and, asked them if they ever use these apps or anything like that. And they don't. So I don't know if I'm just of the age that is not going to use something like that. But I did search the top recipe apps. And according to Google, those are Paprika, Meal Lime, Mealime, and Recipe One.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Paprika is widely regarded as the best for organization, featuring built-in browser to save. It talks about they organize the recipes in there along with meal planning and grocery list features.
Grocery listing is nice.
hmm
Right? Yeah. And
Oh,
then
sorry. No, something just popped into my head. Is something that I've done in the past is I've used frozen fruits and vegetables instead of buying them fresh.
Oh
oh
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Now I will say that there's a lot of times that I bought the frozen fruits. They were picked before they were ripe and they froze them. So just be aware of that if you're going to buy frozen fruits. But buying frozen fruits and vegetables can help you have the next best thing to fresh without having fresh ones in your refrigerator to spoil.
Yeah. Yeah, for
So
sure.
sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. That's a great tip. All right, meal lime, and it says best for busy time crunched cooks. It offers curated healthy meal recipe plans that can be prepared in 30 minutes or less, along with integrated grocery lists as well. Recipe one is, it says it's top choice for its AI-driven recipe capture, automated meal planning, and you can drag and drop into your calendar, and a pantry scanner to reduce waste.
See, I like that idea.
Yes. Yeah,
I like
that's
the
good.
idea, but whether or
hmm
not I would actually use it,
Yeah.
I mean, one of the biggest things that I thought of when I was thinking about making sure that I'm not wasting food and I'm using everything that I have is that I need to make sure I have an inventory of what I have. And
Yes.
Mm,
if you want an app that keeps your inventory, great. I don't work like that. My
Mm-hmm.
brain doesn't do that. I will I'll pick one day a week, you know,
Mm-hmm.
maybe the morning before I go shopping. It's Saturday afternoon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look in my pantry and be like, all right, what do I got? Okay, I got some
Yeah.
refried beans, so maybe we'll do some tostadas this week
Mm-hmm.
and use the refried beans that I have.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
I have some blueberry pie filling. All right, I'm going to make a cobbler this week. Doing it that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also doing it that way in your freezer so you don't have something that's funky and get to the back to of your freezer and you don't know what it is.
Oh, I have
Yes.
this bag. What is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And
Yeah.
label your bags.
Oh,
Yes.
gosh,
Label your
yes.
bags. And
Label.
just so people know that the Ziploc style bags, you can reuse those. And if you
Hmm.
write on them, rubbing alcohol will take off the marker.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
So you can wash them and reuse them if that's what you have to not be wasteful. And rubbing alcohol when you write on it, like I don't know, sirloin steak, and then you put the date on it, you don't have to scribble it out. You can take rubbing alcohol and it will rub off.
Yeah,
So, but yeah,
yeah.
Shalon's right. Check your cabinets and your freezers before you do your shopping. That's something I should have put on my list. I didn't even think about it. And also, I think being organized.
Oh,
Organize your
yes.
cabinet and your freezer and your refrigerator.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I just recently redid this in my
Mm-hmm.
freezer. I have had
Mm-hmm.
I pulled everything out and because I went to Sam's and I bought a bunch of meat
Mm-hmm.
and I put all the meat on one shelf
Mm-hmm.
and I had all the frozen fruit on another and all the breakfast frozen things are down here, and did it that way. So it's a lot
Mm-hmm.
easier to find stuff and I'm not
Mm-hmm.
having my family yell at me like, "Mommy, I can't find it."
Yeah.
And then actually, Gemma was the one who organized our pantry. Um,
Nice.
the girl's got skills or organizing. I told her she should
Nice.
make a business out of it.
Yeah,
Sure.
sure, for sure.
Does she want to come
Um,
over? I can help. She could help me.
she will absolutely help you. Now she doesn't like to clean, but she'll organize it.
I said I said organizing it is a big part of keeping it clean. So
Yeah,
if you just have it organized, it's
we're all
going to help
saying
you
the
keep
same
it
thing.
clean.
Karen said cleaning is a part of organizing. Yes, they mesh. They mesh.
Oh, my
Um,
goodness.
But another thing, because I'm not very tech savvy, app minded. Even when I'm doing a recipe, I hate it when I have a recipe on my phone
Mm-hmm.
and I
Mm,
have to keep swiping it to log in to find it and then scroll. Like I would much rather have a recipe card or a book in front of me.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, yes.
Um,
Preach.
so, but I'm old, right? I'm older. So I think that's definitely the generation. Like my girls will probably be ones that are very phone oriented or tablet oriented and they'll do everything on there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but something that I do on and off is things like when I am um, chopping vegetables and things, I will take the ends and save them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
you can boil those into a stock,
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
right? And then like
Mm-hmm.
if you have a rotisserie chicken that you've bought, you debone it, you take those bones, you save them, you can boil it into a stock.
I
Mm-hmm.
just did that.
Did you really? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Little
told you I
things.
had that rotisserie chicken that I put in with my cut
Uh-huh.
salads.
Yes,
That's what I did with the bones from it. I took all of it, the skin and everything,
everything.
Mm-hmm.
in a pot.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. And there's
Added a
all
little
kinds of
bit of
different.
salt and pepper, and it's now in my freezer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And there's different recipes for, your broths and excuse me, your stocks and everything like that. So that can be some fun things to try because you can do
Mm-hmm.
like You can do a broth that has more of like an Asian swing to it, where it's got like
Mm.
ginger in it or something, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever you like. Um, it's another tip was to use bread that is getting old and to make croutons,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
French
they
toast.
That's what I did. I had we had a stint where, and this is also something that I discussed with the other moms at church, is that we went through a spell of everybody wanted a sandwich all the time. And then whatever happened is sandwiches were not the thing anymore. So I
Mm-hmm.
had a whole loaf of bread, and I'm like, I got to use this before it starts growing green stuff, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
made a French toast bake, which
Mm-hmm.
used practically the whole loaf.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a great little breakfast thing that we ate over a couple of days because it was a big pan,
Yeah.
and we had several servings, so we each had a serving for a couple of days.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever had a French toast bake.
I haven't.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
You cube up the bread and you put them in the bottom. This recipe that I used called for melting a stick of butter on the bottom, and then you put your bread in, and then
Hmm.
you pour your French toast custard over it, and then
Hmm.
you put it in the fridge and let it sit overnight.
Oh, okay.
And then you take it out the next day and you bake it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was quite tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, I also wrote down some notes here. Something that I do is one of the biggest things that takes a lot of time in the kitchen is making your proteins, right?
Mm-hmm.
So something that I will do if I haven't gotten like my crock pot ready and thrown some chicken in the morning or something like that is I always try to have some easy protein options in my pantry. And
Mm-hmm.
some of you might not like this, but like canned chicken
Mm-hmm.
and canned salmon.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And I'll use the canned chicken for chicken salad. I'll use it in chicken and cheese quesadillas.
Mm-hmm.
My family likes salmon patties, so
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you take salmon, mix it with flour and seasoning, and fry those off, and that is really tasty.
Mm-hmm.
I will also prep carbs in bulk.
Okay. Are you talking like
Mm-hmm.
rice?
Rice,
Mm-hmm.
hmm rice, or even potatoes can be prepped in bulk, but it's usually just potato one way, unless you're dicing it and eating them diced, and then you mash them the next day.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But something along those lines to make it easier for me to just pull something out and heat it up
Oh,
and not
yeah.
have to take the whole time to cook the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the gals has, and she recommended passionate penny pincher.
Okay.
Okay. And what is this? I think I've
Okay,
heard of this.
it is a um it's a site, and they actually have, I'm looking at the website now, and they have planners that you can buy, but they have recipe sets. So you can, and they're usually, depending on the recipe set you can get. Like I follow a girl who does her um 5 ingredient or less recipes,
Hey, I like those.
right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and it's just something quick and easy. What are you doing?
There's an extraordinarily long hair on me.
It's
Yeah, I think it's one of yours, but I don't know why it's on this shirt.
Was it on your sweater that you had on, maybe?
Maybe. Oh,
Because
it might
that
be one
was,
of Gemma's
or Gemma's,
where she
yeah.
had it
'Cause-
on Saturday.
yeah, I was going to say because she was wearing it. But yeah, she said that she has about all of their recipe boxes. So Passionate Penny Pincher was a recommendation to me.
Okay, now
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a box that you buy and it gets sent
yeah,
to you,
hmm
and
there
it's just
are,
recipes. It's not like a meal prep kit in the mail
well,
thing.
I haven't gone into all the details, but they do sell planners, so it looks like they do have options to help you with your meal planning.
Okay.
Okay.
But she was just hyping up the recipes and how simple they were and how easy it was.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to give that out here since that was a recommendation
Mm-hmm.
that was personally given to me.
Mm-hmm.
Passionate
Um,
penny pincher.
Pinter. Mm-hmm.
Okay. But
That's all I had though. Karen?
I have storage. And I don't know if you've noticed or not, but my laptop is actually sitting on top of a box that's on my dining room table that we got at Sam's. So
You
bear
got the
with me
box at
while I.
Sam's or your dining room table?
No, the dining room table came from Shules. The box came from Sam's. And we actually had to take the first one back because when we opened it up, hang on, let me get it out. I want to show you. The reason it's taking a minute is because we've not opened it yet. Let me get it over here. Okay. Oh, that's not even right. We're not getting smoke. Can you see it?
Hey.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Uh-huh.
These are glass containers. Now, the first one that we bought actually had a broken one in it, so we took that back.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't opened this one yet, but we will probably tonight or tomorrow, and then I'll stick them in the dishwasher and get them cleaned and taken care of. But the best storage option for your leftovers
Mm-hmm.
is not the butter dish.
No, no, it's
It's
not.
not the country crock or the oh it must be butter or what is the name of that one?
Can't
It's not
believe it's
butter.
not butter.
There it
Yeah.
is. I can't believe it's not butter. I'll buy real
No,
butter.
dude, dude. You have no idea. Tim's grandmother, when we have Thanksgiving, about everything we bring home is in I can't believe it's not butter containers or sour cream or cottage cheese containers.
Yes. Yeah. And we used those when we were growing up
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because buying storage containers was kind of expensive.
It was, and well, in our household, when Karen and I were kids, leftovers usually didn't last long enough to really spoil.
No.
So you didn't really need a good storage container for them. So
No.
for our household, when Karen and I were kids, that's how things were. But these days, for me anyway, I need something that's going to be good to store them in. That's
Yeah.
a good recommendation.
Now that's a box of 28 containers with lids
Mm-hmm.
and it was $22.
Okay, it's
I'm
not
going
bad.
to Sam's.
We got it was like 25 bucks.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now before this is what we had, which we also got at Sam's, which is right.
Yeah.
These
Mm-hmm.
are Rubbermaid. We've had
Mm-hmm.
these for 8 or 10 years. It's been a really long time. The problem, however, with plastic is that if you heat up a red sauce in one of these containers, it stains it.
And
Mm-hmm. Yes, it
it
does.
And
also
I don't know if you
bubbles
can.
the plastic. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens when you put one of these in the microwave. It's really not good for you because it
No.
releases those microplastics, nanoplastics that everybody's hot and bothered
Forever,
about nowadays.
forever chemicals.
Yeah. But the good thing about these is that the lid stores on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So you've actually got a stack of lids. They all connect together, and then you just put
Mm-hmm.
your containers one on top of the other. Very little storage space is taken up
Mm-hmm.
to store your storage
Yes.
items, right?
Yeah.
Say that 5 times fast.
Right? This one right here, I'm still debating how to store it. It says that they're stackable.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with that is that they are glass. And the ones that we took back, the one bowl had two little splits that were like down and down,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
right? which to me says that it had been pressed too hard, one on top of the
Right.
other.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid that's what's going to happen.
Mm.
So what I
Yeah.
did,
I don't.
John, I don't think you've seen it yet, but you know my bee bowls, right?
Yes.
I took those out of the cabinet. I took all of the plastic drinking cups like you would get at a restaurant.
Hmm.
Those, which those came from Sam's 23 years ago when Arnie and I got married. That's how long we've had those. Um, Moved everything around, and I have a shelf empty in my one of my upper cabinets to store these things in. So we'll see if
Okay.
I've like cleared out enough room.
What I wanted to say was I also have glass storage containers that nest inside of each other.
Hmm.
Yeah, see, these don't
Yeah,
nest like that. They one sticks up above the other.
like that.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think that the weight of themselves is what would break it. I think that your issue was from a box on top of another box on top of another box.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because I've actually banged these things around more than I intended to, and they're fine.
Are they Pyrex? Do you know?
TikTok.
Oh, God.
I got these for $10 off of TikTok.
Seriously.
Seriously. And the reason I didn't order everybody a set was because I didn't know if it was legit or not.
Well,
Hmm.
yeah.
And then I got them, and then of course by that time the price went up
Hmm.
because I got it on some like flash sale or whatever it is.
Yeah. As it
But
always does.
I do really like these to
I'll
store
have to
things
keep an
in.
eye out then.
I
Hmm.
feel I feel healthier when I store things in these.
Yeah. Now,
Or
you were talking about like reusing the Ziploc bags. I've done that before.
I've done it for
Wash it
years.
out, dry it.
Hmm.
But
I
there's a
am not going to do
lawsuit.
that.
There's a class action lawsuit against Ziploc that alleges the Ziploc claim of being microwave and freezer safe is false because the
Oh,
plastics break down at extreme temperatures, extreme hot, extreme cold, that
okay.
releases microplastics that could pose health risks.
Okay.
I can
Now,
I
understand
gotta
that
tell you,
in the microwave, but who puts a plastic bag in the microwave?
yeah, I don't put those in the microwave I don't. I'll put them in
Sorry.
the freezer. And I gotta tell you though, is freezer temperature extreme?
it's not room temperature.
No, but sometimes when I'm in Tennessee, it's colder outside than it is in my freezer. So is that really extreme? I don't know I would need to know the definition of extreme.
Yeah, I don't know.
How cold
No,
is
the reason
extreme?
that I
How
raised
hot is
my hand saying putting it in the microwave is because my meat that's in there, I've
it?
got
Hmm.
a defrost setting on my microwave, and that's what I use.
I pull my meat out of the plastic before I put it in the microwave to thaw it.
Yeah, if I'm going to use a microwave to thaw it, I do. Even if I have to destroy the bag,
Oh
I pull
yeah,
it
I'll
out.
rip the bag apart.
Yeah, I'll pull it out before I do that.
I'll I'll cut it apart. I did that just the other day
Hmm.
with some chicken thighs that I had. I'd frozen them in the bag and I couldn't get them out of the top and I was like, ah! I just cut it.
But you know what's frustrating to me is that they make all of those zip top bags anymore with that
Hmm.
pleated bottom,
Hmm.
and you get meat that gets stuck down, especially burger.
Hmm.
Because when I buy burger, we buy it in a like a 3 pound container. We use turkey burger.
Hmm.
Buy it in a 3 pound container, section it out. You
Yeah.
got a pound per meal.
Hmm.
Well, it gets stuck in all the little corners, and even pulling it out, pulling the bag away from it,
Hmm.
it gets caught
Yeah,
and rips.
I agree because anytime I get any type of ground meat, even if I just get a little tiny 1 pound thing, if I'm going to freeze it, I put it in a bag, roll it out, freeze it flat, and then once it's frozen, store it sideways. It takes less storage
It does
space.
take less storage space,
It
and it
also
thaws faster too.
thaws a whole lot faster. Yes, it does.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess I could just start laying it out beforehand. The problem with that, there's always something. There's always something. I will take the burger out and I will lay it wherever to defrost in the refrigerator, in the sink. Then it comes time to fix dinner, and somebody's like, let's go out to eat. But I've got meat. I have meat.
I'm sorry. I was trying to look up, see like what's the extreme temperature for a Ziploc bag that's frozen.
Yeah.
And it says 0 degrees Fahrenheit. So, I mean, a freezer is not your, that kind of freezer is not 0 degrees.
No, typically freezers in homes, I don't think they're that cold. I mean, they've got to be
No.
32 or
It's
below.
got a thermostat on it. Let me look and see.
Okay.
All right. My freezer is currently set at -2 degrees Fahrenheit.
Hmm.
Why?
I don't know. We
Yeah,
haven't
yours is
messed with
colder.
it. That's what it was when we got it.
Yeah, yours is set colder than what I typically will use. The one I typically will use is like 27 degrees or something like that. Things are frozen solid in there, so they're frozen.
Well, I can't talk. Mine said at -5. I didn't even know.
So
But yeah, I
I
mean,
guess we need to set them to 0 at least. But
I
the
don't
information that
know.
I have about the Ziploc bags is that people were freezing things in bags that were not freezer bags,
Oh,
just the storage
okay.
bags.
Okay,
Because
there's a
Oh
difference in
gosh.
that.
freezer bags are thicker and designed to prevent punctures and freezer burn,
Yes.
which protects food better,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but they don't have any information as to whether or not it's the regular storage bag or the freezer bag, or if both of them are releasing these microplastics under extreme temperatures.
Right, right.
Okay. All right. It says that, well, according to Google AI, your freezer should be at 0.
Okay, well, mine's not, but the one in Tennessee is not, but it's an old freezer and it doesn't have a thermostat where you can change the temperature on it. And the reason
But
I
this,
know how cold it is because I've actually put a thermometer in there and measured it before. And
Yeah,
it was
none. My
like,
deep freezer downstairs is close to 40 years old, so
yeah.
yeah, see, I thought that freezers were in like 32 degrees. I was just thinking that they were at 32. Um, but Whirlpool says that to keep food safe, it's at 0 or below.
hmm.
Okay.
On
That's
Google.
what I have as far as storage goes. And you can always store what it originally comes in. Like if you buy a pound of ground turkey, it comes with the styrofoam underneath it and it's wrapped in plastic. You can always put that in your freezer. They wrap their stuff in butcher's paper.
I've actually read that that's one of the best things you can use to freeze your stuff in, but you do have to fold it correctly or tape it correctly.
Yeah.
So one of the
And you
best things you
also
can
have
use
to
to
make
stop,
sure that it doesn't get tucked inside the meat.
yeah, that's helpful. But it's one of the best things you can use to stop freezer burn.
Yeah. So if you used that and then put your meat inside of a Ziploc bag, I think you would be less likely to have issues.
Probably.
Yeah.
So that might be what I start doing.
But I mean, this lawsuit is interesting because how how is that affecting people? How are they able to prove that that is affecting people?
Blood
Oh, I
work.
don't know.
But how are they able to connect it to just that is my
Right.
thing. Like they don't have a case if they can't do that.
I mean, it could come from containers like this. It
Hmm.
could come from plastic straw.
Hmm.
I just ate a piece of candy that was wrapped in plastic.
Yeah, you can't get away from it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
You can't. I think the only way to truly get away from plastic is to go back to living off the land, which meaning each person would have to have their own garden, their own
Root cellar.
stock. Yeah, a root cellar.
Yeah. Yeah, because even when you buy fresh produce, what do? You put it in a plastic bag to take it home.
Yeah.
Hmm. Actually, I don't do that with mine. If it already comes in a plastic bag, like a head of iceberg lettuce, then fine.
Oh,
But if
yeah.
I'm going
Well,
to
no.
buy two cucumbers, I don't take them and cram them in a plastic bag. I just carry two cucumbers to the checkout stand.
But
Well,
then you
yeah, I
carry
do
them home
too.
in a
But if I'm
plastic
buying,
bag.
yeah,
I
but if
know.
I'm buying 4 onions, they go in the plastic bag.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Unless
I
you're
still
doing
don't.
reusable bags, but even reusable bags
Yeah,
have plastic on them because they're usually lined with something.
yeah,
And that's the thing
that's
with
true.
paper straws. I don't know if you know that or not, but paper straws are lined with plastic.
Hmm. Yeah. The whole straw thing was just stupid. I'm
I
sorry.
remember when straws used to be glass
I
or
have glass
metal.
straws and
I've
metal
got
I
straws.
remember that.
stainless. I got stainless steel straws.
Yeah, I got
Hmm.
stainless steel ones too. But I remember when I was a kid and I was put in the hospital being diagnosed with the diabetes. I remember them giving me straws to drink out of that were made of glass.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Of course, Dee Dee, that's back in the time when everybody, uh, medication that was given in a shot was used with a needle that could be reused after it had been sterilized.
Yes, that was back
That
in the
was back in the
dinosaur days.
1900s, Dee Dee.
Yeah,
Right.
that was back in dinosaur days.
It's crazy. Crazy,
Oh my gosh.
crazy.
Have you seen those stupid memes that have gone around with like people at work asking everybody what year they were born? They're like 2006 and 2005 and 2002. And then they're like 19. And then it shows like them in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah, that's why I said it's back in the dinosaur days.
Stop it.
I guess that's what we get for being born in a time when we're crossing millennias, right?
Yeah, you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm proud to have been born in the 1900s. I've
Same.
Yeah.
survived for 56 years, and not everybody has had the privilege to do that.
Yeah. I tell
So,
you what,
I've,
I am so glad these things did not
yes.
exist when we were kids.
Oh, I know. No kidding. No kidding.
In
Yep.
so much trouble. Y'all be talking to me in jail probably.
I was going to say one of y'all be in jail.
Well, do we have anything else?
Um, I think that one of the things I always tell myself when I'm getting ready to change a habit that I've been doing is just to start small,
Mm,
you
Hmm.
know?
I think that's
Yeah.
the best advice, I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
because you can get so overwhelmed with having to, oh my gosh, I gotta do a calendar for my meals now, and I gotta make sure I divide everything into serving sizes. And it's like, no, 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 just pick the one thing that you can handle
Hmm.
at this
Hmm.
moment in time,
Hmm. That's good
and then
advice. Yeah.
go from there.
Yeah. Do it gradually and be patient.
Hmm.
So it'll take time, but as
Yeah.
long as you stick to it, you'll get there.
Yep. And it's as someone who has been in very good habits of meal planning and meal prepping and currently now out of it, it is extremely hard to get into it, no matter if you've done it before or not.
Hmm.
Like
But
it doesn't get easier.
while you're in it and having that organization, it's so satisfying. It's it makes me happy for things to be organized and perfectly in their place, and when they're in their place and they're that makes me so happy.
I think a lot of times though you don't recognize that until you are in a place where they're not organized.
Yeah.
That you don't
I
appreciate your organization
Hmm.
don't know
until
if
you're
I
disorganized.
appreciate my organization. I have never thought of it like that. Like I've never looked at my pantry all organized and been like, this makes me happy. I'm usually like, oh, good. Now that's not a mess. Move on.
Well, yeah, but because I've been unorganized, disorganized for a long time. But when I
Same.
start making it happen again, I look back on it and I look the way it's making me feel, and it's like it's very satisfying.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Now I will. I will admit that because there's definitely a level of stress when it is not organized
Yes.
that you don't have when it is organized.
Yes. So
Yeah.
maybe
So,
happy is not the right word. Maybe being satisfied
well, I mean, for
is a better word.
me anyway, yeah, no, there's definitely a level of stress that I don't have when when I'm organized and like
Mm-hmm.
I'm on my game, as they
Yeah.
say.
Mm-hmm.
But you were talking about the meal planning and stuff, and I think it's harder to get back into it once you've been doing it and you fall off. I think it's harder to get back into it than it is to first start it. Because when you're first starting it, it's something new and it's something exciting.
Kind of exciting, yeah.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
I've already been there, so I know what it's like. So maybe it's not so much fun anymore.
right. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
something I noticed about myself when is if there was a new cleaning product that came out, I would be so happy to clean my house with that new cleaning product. But then, of course, that quickly dies until the next cleaning product came out. It was like, oh, I'm
That's why they
excited to
keep
clean my
coming
house
out
again.
with
And I'm
that
like,
might be
this
why
is
they keep
so
coming out with new
stupid.
cleaning products is that these companies know that.
Yes. Well, they probably do.
It bothers me that I did that. I mean, I was in my 20s, but I've grown out of it. Now I understand that you just got to clean your house no matter what you got, whether it's new
Yeah.
or old or passed down or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. We just got to a point where I was tired of having to hunt for what it was that I needed.
Mm,
Yeah.
So
Sure.
everything has a place to live.
Yes.
It's like when I open my refrigerator door, I know that I can open up the left side and right there's my mayonnaise, or
Yeah.
right there's my ketchup, or I
Right.
can look on the bottom shelf and right there on the left, that's all my pickles. And let me tell you, I got a bunch of pickles.
I just thought of something to say because if you've never done any of this stuff before, you don't know how you're going to react to it. And you're probably going to learn some stuff about yourself that you didn't
Mm.
realize,
True.
you know?
Yeah.
You know, like,
True.
Self-discovery is not a bad thing, though.
No.
no, that's what I mean. That's where I was going to go is it's important to know yourself
Yeah.
and to know your limits.
Mm-hmm.
That way you can maybe not fail so hard because you know your limit.
Um, we'll get this episode posted and up on YouTube and Spotify on Friday. So push all the buttons and do all the things, and we'll see you next time.
See ya. Thanks for watching or listening.
Or listening. Just that, Anna. Just
Love you, bye.